Welcome back to this new video. Today I'm going to show you how to use the wildcard match in Microsoft Excel formulas. There are three types of wildcard characters. These are asterisk symbol, question mark symbol and the tilde symbol. Here in this Excel sheet, in the column A, I have some smartphone model names, and in the column B, I have the quantity sold information. From this data source, I have to fill the quantity sold information in this table. And in the table I have the smartphone brand name only, but here in the model name, at the beginning there is brand name and later the model name is given. In this case we have to calculate the total quantity sold based on condition, where we can use the sum if function, but the condition is not exactly matching with the source data. So in case of doing the partial match, we have to use the wildcard characters. In this cell, let me press equal to, then type the sum if function, open bracket. In the range, take the smartphone model name range starting from A2 cell to A21. Then lock this range by pressing F4 key. Then put a comma. In the criteria, click on the brand name, put a comma. And in the sum range, select the quantity sold range from B2 to B21. Then lock this range by pressing F4. Close bracket, press enter. In this case the result is 0 because this brand name iPhone doesn't exactly match. In this, the iPhone is given at the beginning of the model name. So in this case we can use this asterisk wildcard symbol. For that, double click on the formula. After this criteria cell, put here and symbol, double quotation, then put the asterisk symbol, double quotation. Now press enter. And here you see the total quantity sold is now calculated by doing the partial match of this iPhone here in the models. Now you can use the fill handle to drag this down, and here you see all that quantity sold is calculated. So this is one example of using wildcard match by using the asterisk symbol. Now let me do change here in the source data. In this case I have the smartphone brand name at the beginning of the model name. Suppose that if I change the position of the brand name here, let me delete this iPhone from the beginning, and at the end let me put here iPhone. In this case, when I press enter, here you see the quantity sold reduced to 45, because currently by using this formula this value is skipped. This 19 unit is not taken here because this iPhone exists at the end of the text. So in this case we have to modify the formula. So let me double click on this formula, and before this criteria put here double quotation, star double quotation, then put the and symbol. Now this formula will find this iPhone anywhere in the text. It can be at the beginning or at the end or at the middle. Now if you press enter, the result is again 64. Now let's see using this question mark wildcard. This question mark wildcard is used for doing the exact character match. For that, let me create here some text data. For example, A, B, C, A, B, C, D and A, R. From this range, suppose that I want to count how many cells has only 2 characters. Then I can use here this question mark wildcard. In this cell, let me press equal to, then use the count if function for counting, open bracket. In the range, select this range, comma, and in the criteria put double quotation, then 2 question mark, because I want to know how many cell has only 2 characters. Then close double quotation, close bracket, press enter. Here you see the result is given as 2 because there are 2 cells that has 2 characters. Let me change this to A5. The result is given as 3 because in this range there are 3 number of cells that has 2 character length. So this is the use of this question mark wildcard. Let me show you another use of this question mark wildcard. For this, let me write here some text like ABC, A2D, ABY and ABF. From this range, if I have to calculate how many cell size the letter B in the second position, then I can again use this question mark wildcard. For that, in this cell, let me press equal to use count if function, open bracket. In the range, select this range, comma. Now in the criteria, put double quotation, question mark. Then put here the compulsory character, that is every text should have this character B in the second position. So put here letter B, then the question mark again, double quotation, close bracket, then press enter. And here you see the result is 3, because in this range there are 3 cells that has the letter B in the second position. If I change this and make here A9C, the result is 2, because currently there are only 2 cells that has the letter B in the second position. So this is how we can use this question mark wildcard. The third one is the tilde wildcard, and this tilde wildcard is used for converting these 2 wildcard characters to a normal character, because sometimes in our original data there might be these wildcard characters. For example, here in this cell, suppose that I have Nokia star as a brand name, and here also I'll put Nokia star. In this case, I have to add the quantity when there is Nokia star as a brand name, but here the result is still 56. It is adding all the cells that has Nokia, but I need the total if there is Nokia star. So in this case, I have to convert this wildcard character to a normal character. So here I have to use this tilde wildcard in the formula. So double click on this formula, and before this star symbol, add the tilde symbol. Now this star will be converted to a regular text. Now we have to add here one more star, that is the wildcard star symbol. This tilde symbol will convert the first star as a regular text, and this second star is working as a wildcard character. Now press enter, and here you see the result is given as 14. This time it has added the value from this cell only, because in this range I have only one cell that has this Nokia star as a brand name. Suppose that if I change here the brand name to Nokia star, the result is given as 34. This time it has added these 2 numbers. The result is 34. So this is how we can use the wildcard match in Microsoft Excel formulas. If you want to practice this, you can download this sample data file from the video description below. Thank you so much for watching. See you again in next tutorial.